Adolescents in Uganda form a big part of the population. Over 49%, they are below the age of 16 years, 15 years, and these people require health services. However, most of these adolescents are not empowered to access and demand for these sexual and productive health services. If Uganda is to achieve its vision 2040, the adolescents must be part of the health agenda, and this project was aiming at developing a human rights-based tool to enable adolescents access sexual and productive health rights in the local governments. And I was the principal investigator in this project, together with the collaborators from the College of Population Studies, the Department of Population Studies, from Kalangala Adolescents Health Organization, and Impigi Local Government Community Development Office. Together with this team, we developed this project to try to develop a tool that can help adolescents access sexual and reproductive health rights from a human rights perspective.
We conducted the research in 2 districts, that was in Impigi and Kalangala district. The major problem that we discovered while in the field was that majority of the adolescents were not empowered. They did not have the zeal to demand for their sexual and reproductive health from the health centers within the local governments.
Unfortunately, research shows that most adolescents in local governments, especially in far or hard to reach places, cannot access these health services. And one of the challenges this research has shown that the communities of adolescents in islands, especially in Kalangala and others, Ruvuma and the rest, the adolescents have a lot of challenges accessing sexual and reproductive health services. The local governments have a challenge because they have inadequate tools and they have an inadequate capacity to provide these health services to these adolescents, and that's why so many of them get pregnant, some of them are suffering STIs and STDs, some of them are dropping out of school, getting many problems and many challenges.
Majority of the girls have become young mothers, whereas others were pregnant at the time when the research was conducted. As for the boys, some had gone into drug businesses, others had joined fishing, being it that fishing is the commonest business within the community of Kalangala district.
This research was aiming at developing an adequate tool, a more suitable tool that can help these adolescents and the local governments provide services, and adolescents demand for these reproductive health services. The team sat down and involved local government leaders, health service providers, community development officers and local CBOs to generate a tool that can help the adolescents access these services. One of the findings was that around 76% of the adolescents could access mobile phones. They could send SMS, they knew how to send SMS and to make calls. So the tool that we developed was SMS based. We named it REBIT 2020, which means that we have to have a 2020 vision, clear vision about our health rights and the future of these adolescents. So this tool involves these young people sending SMSs in case they need information or they are in a very urgent condition which requires urgent intervention in the remote islands. They send an SMS to 7179 and they get a reply depending on the need. So these needs are coded, are classified. The pilot test was done in the island of Bugala, involving participants from Bujumba and 3 other islands, who were 55 adolescents. And they sent text messages at the island of Bujumba under the volunteership of the Kalangala Adolescent Reproductive Health Organization. They monitored these messages and respond to them. Where the youth need information, they give them information. Where the youth or the adolescents need urgent intervention, they call either the security organization or the concerned health officers to go and help them. And we registered at least 80% success in their participation. We think that this tool is going to be useful in helping adults, especially those in remote islands, which have challenges of transport, access, and facilities not being available, such that they can access information and they can demand for their sexual and reproductive health rights. In terms of sustainability, this project, the team thinks that is very, very important, and the government needs to take up the application of the human rights-based approach in the provision of health services, because the health of these adolescents depends on their capacity to demand for these services, and they can be so that they can be able to have sexual and reproductive health, their sexual and reproductive health needs met. Secondly, the team also plans to apply for further funding to ensure that this project is taken beyond the test stage or the pilot stage to be able to be rolled out, because the island communities has a very big population and requires extra funding to roll out this project and make it sustainable. Thirdly, as teachers and researchers in the area of human rights in the Department of Philosophy, we have adopted this sexual and reproductive health rights in our content, so that the students who pass in our department can learn how to advocate for these issues from a human rights based approach. We think that these measures will continue the discussion and encourage the young people, the adolescents, to demand for their sexual and reproductive health and live a suitable and meaningful life when their health needs are met.